Alhumdulillah, I just finished filling out the documentation. Medical malpractice. Plaintiff, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad. Defendant, Broward Health Medical Center. Number of causes of action. It's really several, but the one that I wrote here, 761.03, free exercise of religion protected, pretty much covers enough of this situation to win. Remedy sought, monetary. Is this a class action lawsuit? No, but I'm sure a lot of people would appreciate it if it was, because they've done this to several people before. Has notice of any known related cases been filed? No, not that I know of, in the sense of specific case numbers, but I've read several complaints about this same exact type of medical malpractice that has been done to several other people in Broward County, let alone the state of Florida. Is jury trial demanded in complaint? Yes. My signature, my name, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad, Florida bar number. I'm filing this case pro se. The date today is November 3rd, 2021. Once again, plaintiff Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad versus defendant Broward Health Medical Center. Complaint, plaintiff Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad sues defendant Broward Health Medical Center. The ledgers. Medical malpractice. This is an action for damages in the amount of $99,146,499.99. Plaintiff resides at 8376 North Coral Circle, North Lauderdale, Florida 33068 in Broward County. Defendant resides at 1600 South Andrews Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33316 in Broward County. Or defendant is a Florida corporation doing business at 1600 South Andrews Avenue, Fort Lauderdale, Florida 33316 in Broward County. On April 5th, 2021, I, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fuad, went to Broward Health Medical Center because my left arm went numb after having a mild stroke in the AT&T store in Broward County, Florida. After having to explain to the manager there why I needed a phone with 512 gigabyte memory. Then I had to explain to her about the fact that they tried to cover up police brutality case 18-29755CA31 in Miami, Florida, and that they almost killed me several times while trying to cover it up. When I got to the hospital, the police and security, when I got to the hospital, the police and security assaulted me infected me with COVID-19 twice, and tried to force me to eat pork, knowing I'm Muslim with doctor's orders not to eat pork. Plaintiff is entitled to relief from defendant under the above facts on the basis of the defendant's medical malpractice by reason of infecting me with COVID-19 twice, then trying to cover it up, trying to force me to eat pork, knowing I'm Muslim with doctor's orders not to eat pork, assaulting me purposely with 6 security guards, and Officer Montacos of the Fort Lauderdale Police Department, then trying to cover it up, then purposely injecting me with something I was allergic to, that made me not able to breathe for more than a week. The items of PTSD, mental anguish, anxiety, depression, pain in neck and back, etc. include the fact that the items of injuries or damages, PTSD, mental anguish, anxiety, depression, pain in neck and back, etc. includes the fact that my family is also suffering physically, mentally, and emotionally because of the fact that they tried to kill me and then tried to cover it up the same way they tried to in Miami. My father, Mohsen Fouad, retired from the Broward Sheriff's Office after 27 years of service. It says here, if applicable, plaintiff has agreed to pay reasonable attorney's fees and is entitled to recover attorney's fees in this action pursuant to section of the Florida statutes, paragraph of the contract entered into between plaintiff and defendant. As a result, plaintiff requests judgment against defendant for damages, cost of suit. It says add attorney's fees if requested, cost of suit, and any other further relief as the court may deem proper. This isn't applicable because I'm filing the case pro se, so I don't have an attorney to help me in order for me to incur attorney's fees. I'm filing the case pro se through indigency status because I'm poor. That's why they took advantage of me. If I wasn't poor, they couldn't have done this to me. Because I would have had the resources to make sure they weren't able to do this to me. Just like other people have been able to not allow this to happen to them because they weren't poor. Plaintiff Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad does demand a jury trial dated November 3rd, 2021. Signature, my signature, this is print name, Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad, address 8376 North Coral Circle, North Lauderdale, Florida, 33068. Phone number 954-234-4055. State of Florida, County of Broward. Sworn to or affirmed and subscribed before me on 3rd day of November by Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad. And I have to take this upstairs and file it, put it on the docket. They'll issue a case number and stamp it. It says plaintiff Omar Mohsen Ibrahim Fouad, defendant, Broward Health Medical Center, summons the state of Florida to each sheriff of the state. You are commanded to serve this summons and a copy of the complaint or petition in this section on the defendant. Defendant, Broward Health Medical Center. Each defendant is required to serve written defenses to the complaint or petition on plaintiff or plaintiff's attorney whose address each defendant is required to serve written defenses to the complaint or petition on plaintiff whose address. I put the hospital's address as my address. See how much this is stressing me out. 8376 North Coral Circle. North Lauderdale, Florida. 83068. Each defendant is required to serve written defenses to the complaint or petition on plaintiff or plaintiff's attorney whose address is 8376 North Coral Circle, North Lauderdale, Florida 33068, within 20 days after service of this summons on that defendant, exclusive of the day of service, and to file the original of the defenses with the clerk of this court either before service on plaintiff's attorney or immediately after the service. If a defendant fails to do so, a default may be entered against that defendant for the relief demanded in the complaint or petition. It says name of clerk as deputy clerk. This is where they stamp it and they put the court's information here. Alhumdulillah. Now I have to go upstairs and get the indigency form. Fill out the indigency form. It's a shame how beautiful of a day it could be outside and they're able to do this horrific things to people. Yeah. The opposite of beautiful. It's going to conclude the due diligence as of right this second. Time now is 10:30 a.m. Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.